Hi guys, I'm a forester here. Today we're going to look at the best all-round budget blade. Now sometimes I think it would be better if we only had three choices to make in life. Three choices of cars, three choices of cell phones. But in most things we have an abundance of choices and it makes the decision hard. So say if you're new into knives, or maybe you're a spouse looking to get a gift for your husband, you might want to get a quality product that serves a wide range of tasks, but you don't want to invest too much money. So the point of this video is to help you identify the best quality or the best all-round budget blade. Now all of these knives are great knives, or else I wouldn't have them. I wouldn't have selected them in the first place. So I'm going to go through this pile as fast as I can, looking for reasons to eliminate knives from the category of best all-round budget blade. The first one I'm going to eliminate is this Chris Reeve large Sabenza. Now I could easily make a case why this is a great all-round blade, but it's not a budget blade. So let's eliminate it and move on. This one can be eliminated for the same reason, Klotzley Walker 05. Now I'm fortunate to remember the model numbers of these first two, but I'm going to forget some as I move on down through. The Walker 05 is also an expensive knife. That wouldn't qualify as a budget blade. Okay, we're just going to pick these up as we come to them. This one is the Hinderer. It's the XM24. This is not an all-round knife. I wouldn't carry this for EDC purposes. Well, it could be a large EDC, but this is a great tactical knife, and it's also not a budget knife, so let's eliminate that. Okay, let's look at this one. This is Almar Eagle Ultralight. This is a single purpose knife. It doesn't serve a wide range of uses. It has a very narrow blade, very flat blade with a sharp tip. It's not a cutting knife. I wouldn't use this in the kitchen. Let's eliminate that one. Okay, I'm just going to pick these up as I come to it. This is the Emerson Gentleman Gem. I love this knife. This might win the best category for tactical knife. In fact, it would. But it has that wave feature right there. So it comes out of the pocket ready to use. But it's not an all-round knife. So I wouldn't use this for general task. Let's see which one. Let's look at this one right here. And this is a Sharp. I don't remember the model number. This is a buck style knife. It does lock. And you could make a case for a knife like this. It's probably a budget knife, but I'm going to eliminate it mainly because I wouldn't use it for tactical purposes except in an absolute emergency. Okay, let's narrow this list down a little bit. This is a budget knife, definitely. This was bought at the FN Gun Factory in Columbia, South Carolina. I think it's actually, they call it a Browning, but FN owns Browning. This is a small, cheap knife. It was $10 or $12, I don't remember, but it wouldn't serve a tactical purpose, so it's mainly just a general pocket knife. Okay, this one could qualify, or it's in the running for best all-round budget blade. It's a Benchmade mini grip. Really like this one, but it's just too small. I would want a slightly larger knife for that category. Okay, back up to the larger size knife. This is a knife that I love to carry. It's a good EDC knife, and also could be used as a tactical knife in a pinch, but it's not a budget knife. Usually if you're talking ZTs, you're up in the $200 range. Running out of room over here when I set them aside. So this one, again, is the Chris Reeve. This is the small Sabenza. I would eliminate it because it's not a budget knife. Okay, let's work from the top down right now. Okay, this is one that I bought used, and that's one way that you can get. Of course, I wouldn't get a used gift. I would want a new gift, but this is the Benchmade, I think, 761. This one could qualify, but I would eliminate it because it's just slightly too expensive. I paid less for it, but it was even expensive as a used knife. Okay, let's see. Let's eliminate a couple of these. This is the Victorinox Cadet. I'm not going to open it. It has a very small blade. It has some useful tools in there also. It's very inexpensive, so this qualifies as a budget blade, but it doesn't serve a wide range of tasks. Same thing for this Boker Elegance. I love this knife. It's not the highest quality and parts have fallen off of it or broken, but I do like this knife. But it's the same reason as the Cadet, I would eliminate it. Okay, knives like traditional pocket knives like this one that I got from GEC. This does lock, but it has a very stiff action. It's just what I call a pocket knife. Serves no tactical role. This is a much more expensive knife. This qualifies as a gentleman folder and probably would win best gentleman folder if that was the topic of this video. This is the Chris Reed Menundi, but it doesn't serve multiple uses, and also it's just too expensive to qualify as a budget blade. All right, what is this one? This is a ZT. I don't remember the model number. I should be ashamed. It's I think 561. Yeah, guessed right. Need to trust my memory, but the 561 could qualify as an all-use knife, multiple purpose knife, but it's not a budget blade. I love this knife and I carry it a lot, but if you're looking for a budget blade, I don't think this is within that category. So the question might be, well, what is a budget blade? And I don't know, that's relative. Anything over $100 I don't consider a budget blade, and probably anything over $50 I don't consider a budget blade. So we're down to just a few, and I'm going to start looking a little closer. This one right here I think is a Northwoods. Yeah, it's a Northwoods. That's just a slip joint knife. I like this knife. I've got reviews of all of these knives if you want to see more about them, but I wouldn't say a slip joint would serve any tactical role. All right, eliminate this one. This was one of the very first videos I ever made. It's on this Cutco Sportsman's knife. And, you know, it's not cheap. I think it was around $50. But it is a multiple purpose knife, but I don't think it's the highest quality, and I'd want something better than this for tactical purposes. All right, let's see, where are we going here? Let's do the Sage. Now we're getting down to the finalist, the Sage, and I just used this Sage. I think this is the Sage 2 to be representative of the Sage series. I like this one probably the most for the category, and but it's not a budget blade, depending on your situation and your views. But this could serve a great EDC purpose, but it's a little weak on tactical, and it's also a little high priced for that budget blade category. So I'm going to eliminate that one. Okay, let's go with the Crown, Kershaw Crown. This is a great budget blade. I did a video of this that I think I titled Knife Regrets, because I regretted buying it. I really didn't see any point in having bought it, and when I got out to the truck and bought this at Walmart, it was an impulse purpose, but I've really grown to enjoy this knife. I carried a good bit, but I would want something better for tactical purposes. All right, let's see. Let's go with the Kershaw Blur. Kershaw Blur could easily be the best of category, but you know, I'm going to eliminate it mainly because it does come out of pocket fast, no doubt about that. It's got a blade with a lot of belly there. You know, it could be good in defensive role or also for just multiple purposes. I don't like the spring assist because there's no option. You got to do that. So for general EDC, I don't like having to use that spring assist. So I'm going to eliminate that one. I think there's better choices. Okay, we're down to the 4 finalists. Let's address this one. We're going to have to sooner or later. This is the Benchmade 940, and this is my best knife overall that I would keep if I could only keep one knife. This one has won that category in previous years. I really love this. It's easy to deploy. It comes out of you know, fast, out of pocket fast, and you can deploy it fast. Nothing automatic. It's all just thumb stud, but it deploys very quickly. The blade could serve multiple purposes, tactical as well as just general EDC. I like this, and I bought this one used, so that's one way to you know, get the purchase price down, but I would say this does not qualify as a budget blade, especially if you buy one new. You're up close to $200 or just under. All right, we're down to the three finalists. I'm going to address this one next. This is one I reviewed just recently. This is the Gonzo knife. I don't remember the model number. And I really am impressed with this knife. You talk about budget knives. This one was only, depending on where you bought it, like $12 or $13. I mean, even the factory price was $20 to $25, something like that. And when you buy retail, then the price comes down considerably, and that includes shipping. But you know, it's got a great blade shape for an overall, all-round budget blade, and it is a budget blade. But it has a fairly stiff action, and it's a little inconsistent on quality from videos that I've seen of other YouTubers. So I'm going to eliminate that one. So we're down to the two finalists. You know, this one is the CRKT Ripple. This one is a Kershaw-Emerson CQC6. And which one would win the best budget blade that I own, at least? Well, I'm going to eliminate the Ripple. I love this knife. This is my favorite flipper. It's my most fun knife to play with. It's a good size. It's a quality knife. I like that blade shape for both tactical and just general EDC use. It's got, you know, it's secure in my hand, but I'm going to have to give the advantage to the Kershaw-Emerson CQC6. So the Kershaw-Emerson CQC6 wins best overall budget blade for a couple of reasons. It's very inexpensive. You can buy this for under $30 if I remember right. The steel is good enough quality. It takes a fine edge. If you look at my last video of this knife, you can see how sharp this knife really is. It's got a great blade shape for multiple purposes, but the reason that this knife wins the best overall budget blade is for tactical purposes. That wave feature right there brings it out of pocket ready to use. So this does double duty as a general EDC knife as well as a budget knife. So that's it, folks. The best budget blade, the best overall budget blade, in my collection at least, is the Kershaw-Emerson CQC6. Y'all take care.